Why do federal mandates hurt local school decision-making? Imagine trying to run a small business and having a big corporation tell you exactly how to do every part of your work. That's similar to what federal mandates do to local schools. They often take away the power from local educators, parents, and school boards by shifting control to distant government officials and politicians. This centralization means local communities can't easily decide what kind of curriculum or resources best fit their students. Education in the United States is mainly a state and local matter. Local districts usually decide how to spend money, what to teach, and how to certify teachers. Federal involvement is limited but influential. It usually comes through funding that is tied to following federal rules. Schools get money only if they meet federal standards, which often include standardized testing and specific reporting requirements. These rules are meant to improve fairness and outcomes but can be too rigid for local needs. For example, federal mandates often focus on students passing standardized tests. This can limit what teachers teach and how they teach it because they need to prepare students for these tests. As a result, schools might reduce creative or diverse teaching methods to focus on test scores. Teachers and principals may feel demotivated because they are judged more on meeting federal benchmarks than on addressing their students' unique challenges. Federal funding is often conditional. If schools refuse to follow federal rules, they risk losing money that they relying on for daily operations. This creates a dependency that limits real choices. Schools might want to try new teaching methods or curriculum changes, but fear losing essential funds. From a libertarian point of view, this is a problem because it goes against the idea of local self-governance. Libertarians believe communities should have the freedom to make their own decisions without excessive government interference. Federal mandates often ignore local values and conditions, forcing a one-size-fits-all approach. This can lead to less innovation and fewer options for students. Local school boards and teachers lose the ability to design curricula that reflected their community's culture and priorities. They also face more paperwork and administrative work to comply with federal rules. This can take time and resources away from actual teaching. Parents and community members have less influence over what happens in their local schools because decisions are driven by federal standards. Overall, federal mandates hurt local school decision-making because they centralize control, reduce local autonomy, and tie funding to compliance. They often impose uniform standards that don't fit every community's needs. This conflicts with the idea that local communities should be able to govern their own schools based on what works best for them.